What the hell?
Have you ever heard of this term woke? Like, what does it actually mean to wake up? What are we waking up from? What is waking up really about?
It's called the Matrix, and they need to wake up and be welcomed to the real world. And the character that's in there is Neo, from Neoplatonism, the new man.
The present ego identity is based, I think, on a wrong mode of thought, you see, in which a person identifies with his thoughts and with his body and with things, do you see? And which means that he's creating an illusion, right? That this self which people feel they have is only a show. It is not really there.
I'm going to start off by reminding you that you aren't really you. Right? As I said last week, your default ego is kind of a junk drawer of stuff that happened to you.
So, like, we're all engaged in this very elaborate pretense, and we all kind of know that it's a game. It's not, we're just playing it, we're characters, but that's not who we are.
For people who are on the ladder of quote-unquote awakening, but awakening is, I mean, it's all there is. What else is there but to climb the ladder of conscious realization and integration and creating our own world through our perceptions.
This video is an invitation for those of you that are interested in self-transcendence. I've put this together to try and get a group of people who are interested in the process of self-transcendence, and we are looking to compile an ecology of practices, a set of practices that help us get through the process of transcendence, to actually not just have these peak experiences, but to build the structures that support a new way of being, and so thus pioneering new ways of being in the world, and new ways of reacting to the world, and new ways of communing to the world. So I'm actually wanting to create a community, more like a culture that is able to fine-tune and create a kind of an on-ramp.
Akira. It's for the heroes.
Because, I mean, I'm talking with the person who gave us the AMA, Game B, Blue Church, Jordan Hall, and part of that is this idea, which is the religion that's not a religion, and trying to come up with a post-religious faith. Because here's the idea. This is probably, in some ways, my most radical idea. I want to do what, like Augustine did as the Roman Empire is falling. He laid the foundation. He laid the cultural cognitive grammar for an entirely different culture, and they stole the culture bottom up. He laid the cultural cognitive grammar for an
part of what we should be doing right now is sort of what are all the tools that are at our disposal? Where are they? Who's got them? And how can we integrate them so that we've all got them too?
Gathering those tools is not separable from gathering people together into a community.
Or what are the practices and the methods that we know from ancient history and that are emerging now today that can actually give us a sense of self-transcendence? What does self-transcendence look like for an individual? Then, in groups of people collectively around the world, what happens when self-transcendence begins to happen in group form? And what is the new potential that emerges when groups of people have all moved through a sense of self-transcendence? I think then we start to get in some very interesting territory, particularly when we combine it with some of these other technologies. Self-transcendence meets modern technology, meets groups of people internationally on a world-centric or cosmocentric level of development. I think we're getting really close to that, and there are groups that are exploring it as we speak.
The only solution that we think is possible is to open source the tools for self-realization, community connection, and healing ahead of all the efforts to co-opt it for darker ends and be a bunch of, this is the Rebel Alliance. Like, that's the only hope we have, is if we can publish the plans for the Death Star, right? And the tools for our own liberations.
This is a call to
to upgrade. This is a call to hack yourself. This is a call to become something more. We are a chrysalis about to turn into a butterfly. We are undergoing a metamorphosis and are about to spread our wings. We are not a cancer upon our host planet. We are a fetus, and this is our birth canal. It may be bloody, it may be turbulent, but we can be reborn anew. We can come out on the other side, transformed, transcended. It is our birthright, it is our calling, it is beckoning, my friends. It's a call to awakening.